Does anyone remember the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special that came out? There could have been so many cool toy variants that would have been produced by Super7 or Matty Collector back in the day. Unfortunately, we did not get any of them. We got this guy instead. Yes, we have the He-Man and the Masters Universe Holiday He-Man that is in special gift wrapping paper. Wait a minute, this looks very familiar. If you are a hardcore Masters Universe fan, then you pretty much know that this gift wrap came in the Masters Universe magazine that came out back in the winter of 1988. Major shout out to my buddy Michael. Michael, thank you for getting me this for Christmas. You are awesome. I love you. You are one of the coolest people I know. So it's pretty darn awesome to see that Super7 did repurpose this gift wrap just so that they could wrap up this new holiday He-Man. Aw, look, it's a snowman Orko. Happy holidays. I will point out that the gift wrap does have a very unlikely alliance of some of the characters, including having Skeletor singing along with Blade in the whole holiday spirit. I love seeing Clamchamp and Snout Spout riding a sled. The gift wrap is a really cool touch, and it's going to be difficult for me to take this off without ripping it, so bear with me here. And here's the standard brown box that comes within the packaging. Nothing too special about this. Inside, however, we have Castle Grayskull with a Christmas decor on it. Look, another Orko snowman. Taking this packaging off, we reveal, oh my god, it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe with a new hat. And a red striped sword, which I'm a bit disappointed that this isn't whiter. I know a lot of people online have saying this is like an off-white color, but this looks kind of silver to me. Regardless though, this is the figure, this is what we got, and it is something that Super7 did. And I know a lot of people are complaining about it, saying that there could have been a lot more to it, but at least it was done. On the back, we do see Filmation He-Man with his Santa hat and his candy cane sword. So the packaging is fairly cool on this, but let's go ahead and open the figure itself. And here is Holiday He-Man. Like I said, the biggest complaint about this figure is not the bad quality in him, but it's the idea that there was so little that was done to him. Look at his new Santa hat with that shiny face with him smiling like this. There's an episode of The Simpsons that made fun of this exact same thing, where a new Malibu Stacy doll came out with a new hat, and it made all of the kids go crazy trying to get her. Don't get me wrong, I do like this, and I love the idea that Super7 did come out with something, and they were able to ship these out before the holidays, at least in most cases, so it is something that we got. Here's a close-up of the sword where you can see it is the sword from the Filmation series as opposed to the one that came out from the Classics figures. Here's a comparison from the Classics lines where you can see that the sculpt is different. Just so I can show a close-up of the actual Santa hat itself, you can see that it is firmly planted on his head and it is not removable. There are no other accessories that come with this He-Man. Not that there's really anything needed, although it would have been kind of cool had he had a sack of toys or something like that. Regardless though, I will give this He-Man a nice home. I don't have the Filmation He-Man, even though I did pre-order the new version of him and Skeletor, so hopefully I'll be able to get him in sometime this year, maybe, hopefully, from Super7. But if you are new to this version of He-Man, I will go through some of the articulation with him real quickly. If you can see, he has movement in his head, movement in his abdomen, upper arm movement, deltoid movement, elbow movement, wrist movement, upper leg movement, knee movement, boot movement, and ankle movement. The Filmation series is much different from the Classics line, where they do have similar sculpts, but you also see a much more simplistic pattern. If you notice, his underwear is much more smooth, as is his belt, his gauntlets, and his boots. And of course, he's rocking the full-on mullet, whereas some of the other sculpted heads have his hair in a much different way. I personally missed out on a lot of the figures that came out from the Filmation line, and I'm trying to get back into it and get a couple of these figures that I missed, so I am happy that some of them are available now, and I'm also happy that I got this one. Again, Michael, thank you so much for getting me this guy. This is pretty much the best we can get to him holding his sword aloft and calling out the powers of Castle Grayskull. The sculpt itself with the wrist, it hasn't exactly improved. In fact, some people online have complained that it's much worse than what it was with the original Filmation figure that came out. I don't know myself since I don't have the original Filmation figure, but this one for me I think is still really good. Here's a quick comparison of the Classics He-Man that came out from Matty Collector. You can see that there are obvious differences between the two figures. Still, I do love the Classics line way more than the Filmation figures, but this is still an awesome awesome sculpt nonetheless. And oh my god, let's not forget about the gay laughing Prince Adam figure that also came out. Here's a comparison of some of the other Filmation figures that I have. I don't have a huge collection of them as of yet. I will hopefully be getting a new one with an interesting trade with someone online that I won't go into on YouTube, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get an Evil Lyn out of that. Regardless though, thank you again, Michael. I love this guy. He is very cool. I know that we wanted something more, but this is what we got, and at least we got something out of it. If you were interested in getting this figure, he was available on Super7. I think he's sold out now, and you can probably get him on Amazon, maybe on eBay, for not too bad prices. He didn't really get too much of an inflated price from what I've seen, although this may change later on. But with that, thank you guys for joining me in this toy review. I will join you in another one very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. Check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. I've seen some customs online where they've had Prince Adam where he's dressed up as Santa Claus, and I think that would have been a much better exclusive to have given away for the holidays. But I also understand that Super7 may not have had too much time to make that sculpt, but still, that would have been so cool.